Hey, good morning, everyone. I'm Rooster from Off Grid Rooster. Don't forget, like, subscribe, check out my videos, support this channel if you can. I would appreciate it. I'm right now going to show you what I'm doing to readjust and clear this area to get ready to put the rest of the goat fence up. So join me on this little adventure. It's going to take a little time. It's going to be a little longer video, but you're going to see what I get to do. I'm moving a lot of the uh, right there, those water catchment metal pieces that go on top of the roof. So when it rains, the water flows down into the totes. So I'm moving that out of there. I'm trying to clear up this whole area where the fence line so I can work just on the fence and not trip over a lot of stuff. Let me tell you something. You got to be about safety here. Uh, and some of the times, I don't know what it is. I think it's the aging process. I can't focus. I'm having a hard time. I'm thinking of so many things at one time, looking around, thinking, well, I have to do this, I have to do that. And I could jam myself up like that. I've done it before. I'm thinking about the dogs, I'm thinking about the goats, I'm thinking about the chickens, I'm thinking about what I have to do to make my life a lot easier. It's coming along, not as fast as I wish I could do it, but it's getting there. It is getting there. So just watch what I'm doing. It's a lot of tedious work, a lot of moving and situating everything that I need to do to move to my next step. And again, like I said, my mind is not working the same way that it used to work. My mind is flighty. I have like attention deficit disorder, and the older I get, the worse it gets. I don't forget, and I was thinking that I was forgetting that I'm going through beginning stages of Alzheimer's, and it's not that. It's just that my mind is working overtime. The older I get, the more I can't focus. Uh, so I have to slow myself down. I got to keep myself out of my head. And that is the hardest part for me to do. Let me tell you, you guys that are older out there watching these videos, let me know what you think. I'm pushing through it, but I don't want to accept it. That's my biggest problem. My body feels young. I'm energetic, but I can't continue at a speed. So you see these videos, you only see a part of what I do. I have a whole community that comes out here to help me uh, to get things done. I know what I want done, and they keep me focused, but it gets me confused because it's people here trying to get everything done the way I want it. And in my mind, it's the only way it gets done the right way is my way. I hate to say it that way, but I am very particular in what I do, and I know everything that I have to accomplish here, but I want to accomplish it yesterday. That's like one of my biggest things. I have to accomplish it, get it done, get it done. I feel like I'm on limited time, and it is what it is. I can't change it right now. Uh, I'm really smart. I'm resourceful, and it's it's just part of the process. Okay, so here, take a look what I'm doing. All right, I hope you can hear me. I'm trying to see how the microphone. I put it in the back because a lot of people were commenting that they can't hear me. This is a low cost that I got as a gift, and God bless them because it works better than not having it. And I usually make my videos without a microphone, and I'm walking out there, and I hope you can hear me. So this helps me a little bit. I just have to remember I am a very loud talker. I can't hear. I'm supposed to wear hearing aids. It's not happening. You know, can't see. I gotta fix my teeth. There's a lot going on with me that you don't know, that you don't get to see. But get to this and comment if you can hear me when I start working on this stuff. What I'm trying to do right now is move all the metal roofing stuff to this side so I can keep all the fence stuff and the wood stuff here because I'm going to start building the pen. And sometimes I show you, I do a little bit, I do a 20-minute video and 15, 5-minute videos. Sometimes I try to get it done, but you can hear me, you can see how I speak. Uh, my mind is all over the place. Now I have to be very careful because underneath this has been here for a while. There's a lot of holes. So I've already caught 2 snakes, a nest of how do you call it? A nest of small mice, and they scattered all over, and they found another place to live. So I moved them, and also scorpions. Found a little nest of scorpions, baby nest, and I saw the big one come out. So I'm pretty strong for what I do, and I'm active. Every morning I wake up, I do my exercises, I do my stretching exercises, I do gatas, and it helps me uh, focus somewhat. I can slow down. Some of the times I don't, uh, how do you call it? I don't do it. My routine normally is to get, before I go to sleep, I drink water. When I wake up in the morning, the first thing I do is drink water. There's a low dose aspirin, which is an NSAID that I can take, and that helps my heart. That's called BC. I use the BC Maximum. Uh, it's a powder, put it on your mouth, and I feel like energized because the aspirin thins out your blood, and I could get functioning. The water helps doing it. It doesn't help that I drink coffee, but the BC has a little bit of caffeine in it, which perks me up in the morning. That's my routine for the morning breakfast. I don't eat then. I come out as soon as I do that routine. I go out and start feeding my animals. They come first at all times. Okay, that's done here. I removed all that. That fencing is going to stay. I put all the small pieces on the bottom. I forgot to put these. These I'm going to get rid of because I'm not going to be able to use these. So I put them on the side. I leave them there so I can throw them out. And I like things organized. Doesn't seem like it in my head because I'm flighty, but I moved all the T-posts because this T-post that I'm going to be using for the chicken coop, and I'm still going to use for this area right here. Okay, now this is clear. I want to get sure I get rid of all the little critters that are around here. And what I need is my rake so I don't trip when I'm doing something with the uneven uh, ground. And there's hollow spaces. If I go down, it's real hollow. I try to cover up as much of the holes, pack it in as I can. And this is what you do. There's a lot of easier ways to do this, but I don't have the resources. I don't have the tools. I know everybody's saying, well, I don't know why you're struggling like that. You could do it this way. Yeah, I know I could do it a different way. If I had the money, I'd do it. That was the reason why I've been trying. I have my Cash App. I have my T-shirt shop, which is Printify. You could order hats. You could order shirts, sweatshirts. There's, I think, cups with my logo on it. And I only get a fraction of that cost. So, I mean, I could raise the price up to $50 and I could make maybe $25 out of it. But I can't do that. I'm not going to, I know it's business and you have to put your personal, I have to put my personal opinion and my personal, uh, to the back. And I'm thinking about my future customers. You know, I'm doing all this monetizing, and I think I haven't explained, but I'll talk while I'm doing it. Monetizing is they have levels. They have different levels to get commercialized. To have you have to reach a certain step of followers and how many videos of view hours that I get. So the more subscribers I get, the more doors open for me to monetize with help of AdSense. AdSense. That's a platform that they come up with the relative uh, commercials, and I could choose at that time how often you see it. You could see it like in the beginning, at the middle, at the end, 4 times, depending on how it is. And I personally don't like watching a video and a commercial made me stop because I'm into the video. I'm listening to what the person's saying. I have people that I follow. There's his name is Benzachi. I'll put the link on the bottom. Uh, he has a video. He lives out here. He's a awesome guy. He's the same type of attitude, a pain in the butt that I can be. He could be also, but that's why I love him. You know, I might not show it often, you know, and a lot of people don't know how to read me, but I will be there for when I'm your friend. I got your back. Put it that way. I That's what's gotten me in trouble while when I was younger. Uh, I protect the people that I love. I try to separate my feelings At the same time, it's a bad combination. But you know something, I don't think I'll be any other different way. So you can see I'm leveling this off. Then I start stomping because you see this one here. I mean, you can't see it, but there's a hole, and this goes all the way in. That means there's a rat hole. It's about this big. So I take the dirt and the rocks, push it into the hole, stomp on it, and then that pushes everything. They'll dig it up again. I just don't want to trip while I'm working here. Try not to kill anything out here. The rattlesnakes, it all depends, how close they are and where they're living. And if my dogs they're compromised in their safety, my animals here are my money makers, my security, and everything in my life. I love animals. I love reptiles. I like bugs. What bugs I really like are the stick bugs. They look like little branches. If I find one, they should be coming out. You can't see them because they're part of the environment. They're on the uh, bush, and you're looking at them, but they look like the twigs. And they sell them. They have them in places in pet shops up north. I don't know around here. I haven't been out here to any pet shops and stuff like that. But they eat the leaves. They take bugs, and they are amazing. They're all different shapes and sizes. Some look like leaves. Some look like different looks on them. But I love the way they are. You can't see it from here, but when I'm scraping this, the land is going like this. And when I'm focused, a little bit that I'm focused, and I miss the step, I have to be careful. I'm going to hurt myself. Uh, in the beginning, the early times of my stay here, I broke my two front toes on my left foot and right foot, big toe and the one right next to it. And that was for not paying attention. Uh, my dog Luna was on top of pallets that was about 5 foot high, who was about up to here. And I was picking them up and stacking them. She went from behind and climbed up, and one of the pallets were teeter tottering, came straight down on my toes. Oh, did I see stars? It hurt for a little while, sucked it up, buttercup, and just kept on going. I didn't go to the doctors because I know what they're going to do. They tape them together, and I wrote it out. Uh, Walking, sometimes it's difficult. I had knee operation, and let me tell you, I was a wild kid when I was young. I got a metal plate. I got what they call Steffi plating. I broke my tuberosity, the ball from mountain bike riding, fell, split, and I went to the doctors for that. And they said they took X-rays and they said that they didn't see anything. And I said it's broken. No, it's not. It's not showing it. And it just started swelling up. And sure enough, they did an MRI and it was split down the middle. And I said, I told you it's broken. I know my body. I know my body. I feel it. I know that's not supposed to be there. So you have to be like a well informed consumer. The meds you take, if it makes you feel bad, thing about it is that you already put it in your system. And one medicine it's a conflict with the other medicines. You don't know whether it's diarrhea or the way you uh, handle stuff. Now, I'm not a doctor. I've been a nurse, but I'm not a doctor. So don't take my advice. This is what I do. To let you know, uh, you do your research, be well informed. Now that everything is AI, it looks like it's a real person that's speaking. There's this once that AI really gets developed, it's going to change. You're not going to know what's real and what's not, and that's a shame because if you're somebody that pays attention to information and it's information coming from somebody that you feel you trust, and it's really a company or something that's putting it out there, you think, well, this person knows he's not going to hurt me. He's not in the medical field, and it's working for him or her. Uh, do your due diligence. Ask questions. Go to doctors uh, if you need to, and ask them. Don't do things. I start figuring out that the pioneers, they took care of themselves. The food that they ate, the natural food. You got a lot of preservatives out here. From my age in the 50s, you had more nutritional stuff. I remember when they had issue with dye number 5, red dye number 5 in the food. They changed it, but the amount of percentage, and it started with the caloric calories are no good for you. Saturated fats are no good for you. This is no good for you. I honestly believe anything in moderation. Got to moderate. You just can't overdo it. But that's my opinion. Professionals might not agree with it. I don't care. This is my body. I try to do the best. If it makes sense and it's coming from a reputable person, I'm going to listen. I'm going to listen. I'm not a defiant person, but I do take care of myself. How I feel or how I felt compared to how I feel now, I feel younger. So even the young people, you got to realize, ladies, ladies go through a lot. They're our vessel. Like we are the vessel too. We work. They work there, but there's a price. I don't know how it is to have a baby. I will never know. But I mean, I could imagine having something alive in you, and you get that mother bear syndrome or that protective. Dads get it too, because once my kids were born, I went to a different mode, and it was overwhelming. It was overwhelming for me. But you get used to it after a while. You love your kids. Try to teach them what you know, because the parents are the first teachers they come across. They know right from wrong. A child knows right from wrong by the time they're age 2. The first real communication they understand is that word no. And when you see a little 2-year-old or 3-year-old, they try to touch something, and they're looking at you, they know you're going to say no. So you know from the beginning, uh, don't do that. And then it's embedded in you. Carry that through life. Um, Bruce, you carry what you learn from your parents. Then it's not the school. School's supposed to teach you history and all this stuff. You learn how to speak. You learn how to walk. Uh, you can walk by yourself. If you put a little child and you watch the child and everything, they get to an age that they have to lift themselves up and stand. That's genetics. You know, your mom and dad support you. That's what you feel. And they hold you. And look, he's walking. You start using words like I do with my dogs, with my animals. My dogs, like I said, go, sit, stay, no. They understand that. I don't have to say anything. What I do is they know that's no. Stay. So a child, because we're verbal communicators, we have to put one and one together to make sense. Yeah. But once you start changing and then real life hits you, well, I learned this from my dad and my mom. Yeah, you gotta make adjustments. You gotta make adjustments. What they learn and what we learn is survival. I can't change how you guys think. Something the way you think is right for you. I could learn something from that. I'm gonna argue. I'll just keep my mouth shut. Use it if I can. If I don't agree with it and it's not working for me, I'm not gonna use it. Anyway, this is clear. But this I gotta put things back the way they were. Because then I start looking for them. Now, what was I gonna do? You know something? I do it. I don't have a grinding disc. I have a grinder, but I need to cut these so the sharp pieces. When the goats, what they do is they rub and push. That's how they stretch. What I think I might do, I might build something with a brush on it. That way they could brush up against it. See if that works. I look up YouTube. They got a lot of good information, bad information. I was watching YouTube and they were showing how to test. This is some people believe it, but how to test if your propane tank hose has a leak. So they show that he takes a match and just goes like this to see if there's a leak. No, no, no. You get exploded. That's how. Those are misleading stuff. You have to use common sense. Here, since I have to, where is it? Oh, here it is. Since I have to have barrel cactuses there, and that's where I'm going to start building. I've got to take those barrel cactuses out, move them out of the way, and see, uh, fill up the hole. So when I get the wood, I'm gonna make it look real nice. You can see right there is the barrel cactus. the mound. Under that mound, you get the mice and the rats, certain animals. They dig holes because they're feeding off the bottom on the root system. So what I do is, hopefully, I don't see anything moving. I'm going to move you closer. Just don't get scared. It's not coming after you. It's coming after me. So take it away from the edges. Let me tell you, these little rats and mice, bugs, they come, they bury themselves deep. Now, some of these barrel cactuses, what I'll do is I'll transplant them someplace else. If not, I put them in pots for decorations, paint the pots, and make some type of artwork, something that's functional for me. I want to put colors here. Look at this piece. Slowly, so I can lift this whole thing up. The mound. Dirt and cactuses. This plays an important part in the ecosystem here because this is retain water. These mice and these other animals, uh, they utilize that, replenish themselves. That's why they stay alive. Move this one out of the way. I hope I'm not making this video and you can't hear me because of the microphone. Check it out before I put it in. Put it right here. That's another piece. In a little while. That's my dog crying. He wants to get back in, but he is the only boy there with his testicles. So he's at that age right now that he wants some. You know what I mean when he wants some. And I have 3 females that have to be spaded. He has to be neutered. He's the most important one because the rest are neutered and spaded. We have 3 females. That's Isa, Venus, and Nova. Luna and everybody else, and the other boy, Ice, they are spaded and neutered, and Milo is the one that has to be neutered. Because the female can't get the male pregnant, but the male can get the female pregnant, and I'm not doing that. I'm trying to see. Uh, there's a place here that I found out. I want to try them out that you could pick and look them up uh, for your vet. So I could go to Alpine. They'll do the boy and the female. Takes time. They will pay for the cost. I have to investigate that soon, but I have to keep him separate now until I get myself situated. I gotta wait for the end of the month or the beginning of the month. I don't want to damage these cactuses too much. See, that's how I decorate my place. I plant them where I want them, strategically plant them to make it look good. I like to see them. I like to see them alive. This is all heaven. I love. This is heaven for me. I love the how do you call it? Greenery. Up north, you have beautiful foliage on trees, the different colors in the fall. Here is basically the same, but they dry out because of the heat, and then they survive. They survive on the ground. A lot of things survive on the ground that you don't see. And here in the desert, there's a frog that hibernates most of the time of their life and underground. You don't see them. The only time they surface when we get a good soaking, then you hear them. You hear their calls. That's when they come out mating. Matter of fact, tarantulas should be coming out soon. I like the tarantulas. They're not bad. I used to work in PetSmart. They teach you not to pick up tarantulas or the scorpions that they will sell without your gloves on. And there's a certain way, a certain style that you have to pick them up. I had no time. I needed to get them in the box, whatever it is. I will pick the tarantula up, put it in the box, sell it. But I got the job done. Never gotten bit. I pick up tarantulas here. They're just doing their business. They're doing what they need to do. They really don't care about you as long as they don't feel threatened. Okay. This is as much as I'm going to clear out here. This is all dried stuff. Uh, then I'm going to flatten this out and remove all the dead stuff. The top process that I go, these roots will grow again. But while I do this, I see where the roots are. There, other one there, and I'll pull them out slowly. They have shallow roots. Cactuses, like the first like 6, 7 inches or so, maybe a little more depending on the size. The more they grow, the more it rains, further down it grows. When you look at my videos, watch the tin cans that I have, which they're going to be painted, and what I utilize to plant cactuses. and I'm like that. I gotta decorate. I do jewelry. I do a lot of stuff. Artwork. I haven't had my time. That's my peaceful time. I could sit down and do my artwork, like reading. Is here roots. When the goats get on here, they'll pack this down. I just, as a matter of fact, if I left that, they would eat that. Those cactuses. They are. Uh, they know how to pick the leaves from the mesquite trees with all those thorns, and they know how to eat that for nutritional value, and they forage anything and everything, and they know what to keep. This whole area where my goats are right now was loaded with a lot of brush and the mesquite. I keep calling them trees. They're brush. Uh, they're bush, but if you fix them up and trim them, you can shape them the way you want. Use the seeds and replant them and wherever. I love the versatility on mesquite trees, on mesquite bushes. This is. I'm going to finish this. I'll pick this up later. I just want you to see how far I've gotten with everything else and what I have left to do. All these little pieces of root, they'll grow. You plant that, they'll grow. Pretty tired. My nose. Let me breathe through your nose. Get more oxygen. I know a lot of things, but sometimes I forget and I don't breathe through your nose and out your mouth. Get more oxygen in there. And cloudy all day. Okie dokie. That's done. That's done. Let me show you what I've so far. I'm going to turn this camera on. Okay, I cleaned again. I cleaned the brush that was there. Everything is cleaned out. I leveled out as much as I could. Uh, moved the compost barrels all the way to back there, the blue barrels. I'm going to put my compost back there. I have compost uh, right here, right next to the outhouse, the metal. That's a compost pile. I need to move that. That's going to be my biggest job and hard because it's heavy and it's in the ground. So I might just leave it there when I move this trailer out because I'm moving it out this way. But it looks perfect. I could see the flow of the land, how everything's going. I took the brush, moved it all the way to the back, so I can continue at how do you call it, the way the water flows when it comes out from on this side. Now the only problem is that this berm that's in the front, it's all dirt. I don't have like that. I use rebarb, so when I stand on that dirt, it sinks. I have to wait until the water and everything brings it down, because then I might have to build it up. It all depends. But I think Randy, what he did that I could see is the deeper he dug here, it created a berm on the sides. So it won't flow. It's just going to flow straight out that way. It's not going to come over this way. I'll take a look at it. That's why I said I have to wait. But you can see everything little by little. Guys, thank you for watching. Remember, you can't change. Stay out of your eyes, stay out of your head, and keep moving forward, one day at a time. Take it easy. Peace out. See you in the next video. Sorry it took so long. I hope you like it. Comment and let me know